Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Phillips. It's Thursday, October 13th, and I thought that I'd start a new series to make this a little more interesting. I'm gonna do a joke of the day. So, my first joke is these two guys, they're buddies, you know. They're out golfing one morning, and one guy, he starts telling his buddy about, you know, how he and his wife had sex the night before, you know, and you know, she didn't really want to, she wasn't really into it, you know, but he persisted, and you know, so he's messing with her, and she keeps saying, don't stop, come on, don't stop. And then after a few minutes, she's like, don't stop. And his buddy's sitting there listening to this, and he's thinking, fuck, I had sex last night with my wife too. And he said, he's thinking to himself that, you know, about halfway through having sex with her, which was like 2 minutes in, his wife says, beige. And he opens his eyes and he looks at his wife, and she says, this room would look good in beige. And needless to say, that guy did not share his sex story with his buddy. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that one. This joke of the day series is only going to last for 2 days because I only have 2 jokes. But I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy it. That's one of my favorite jokes. But anyways, we're off. I got a couple of wackadoos I got to work for today. Yep, people with some serious neuroses. I ought to fucking fit in well with these people. One guy, he's disturbed at how far its handle on his shower is off the wall. He wants to spend, even if it's thousands, he needs to get that handle in closer to the tile. So we'll see if we can't help that guy. And whatever. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the joke, man. I may have to, I did have a lot of jokes, but over time I kind of forgot them, but I'll look into it. Maybe I'll have more. I am a hell of a joke teller. Anyways, if you're still with me, yeah, let's get it. All right, guys, I'm at this house. The homeowner's complaining of water coming into the kitchen when they either use the dishwasher or the kitchen sink. There is a stack up here on the right side of that window. It's an older house. I'm sure it's got cast iron under the slab with copper waste arms. My feeling is it's probably a bad waste arm. So what I did is I drilled a hole here. And can you go in and turn the water on? See if we can get water coming out of here.
I got it on. To disposal?
Yeah. Could be a cracked stack. Looks like there was some work done here over in this corner. The trick is you got to get this, just keep an eye out for water coming into the house. The trick is to get as low as you can. Oh yeah, see the water coming out of that hole? See that water?
Yeah.
You got a bad waste arm, my friend. I'm gonna check your... Smell that?
Yep.
Look at that. It smells like sewer.
Shit.
So what I need to do is cut this open and change that over.
Okay.
You can smell it. If that was a water leak, it wouldn't stink like grease.
Okay.
So, luckily for you, it's on special today, my friend. $1,800, and I'll take 20 off. No, I'm kidding. It's time and material, man. Let me get my saw, find out where this waste arm is,
Okay.
and all right, guys. So I gotta get into this wall. I'm gonna put a line here. Look at my glasses. Find this thing first. I'm gonna open a hole up right here. Let's see if that's where it is. Go from there. Got this great little saw here. For cutting concrete. Badass little saw. I mean, you still need to use a jackhammer, but this at least puts a clean cut in the cement. gosh, I've had this thing since I went into business. It don't work as good as it used to, but yep, definitely copper. And that's right where it is, so I need to continue cutting that.
Nope.
Nope.
The water smelled like shit in here the last couple days.
Yeah, it's definitely a copper waste arm.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over all the way to the stack,
Okay.
and we'll see. You know, hopefully the stack's not cracked too, but we need to fix it all, cause.
Do you need me like water or food or anything? You good?
No, I'm good, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Just let me know. I'll be chilling.
All right. So this saw comes with a hose. This guy comes with a hose, and seeing I got a hose bit right here, I might as well use it. Oh, the fucking thing's broke. The adapter's broke on it. So I'm just gonna cut it. gonna open this up and show you. Alright, he's got the there's our leak. See it right there? Hey bud, come on out here with leave the water running. Leave it on and come on outside. Here's your leak, brother. See the water dripping? That a waste storm's bad.
And it's just that little bit of a leak?
That's it, man. That's all it takes. It's the whole back side of that. That's a lot of water, brother.
Okay.
Especially through a cycle of, you know.
Oh, yeah, there it is. It's coming down a lot.
Yeah. So we just need to get this T out.
Okay.
And we'll run this all in new PVC.
Okay.
And get you tightened up. Alrighty.
That's the crappy thing, because that's what the inspector said to her when they were doing the inspection. That was all like cast iron.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. I tell people, man, if you're looking to buy a house, you got cast iron, go shopping somewhere else. I mean, don't.
I feel bad for her.
Nah, don't worry. It's, you know, deal with shit as it comes.
Yeah.
Don't start losing sleep over what might happen. All right, I'll get this fixed for you, my friend.
Thanks. Let me turn the water off?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, so it's hot and humid, but it was a good call. All right, guys, so I'm going to be honest that I thought I would see a hole in this waste arm. The connection, the leak is right here at this what's called a midland bushing, and I'm going to show you how to get that out without putting a pipe wrench on it, just because it's been leaking. This tap T, cast iron tap T is old, and if you put a wrench on it, most likely you're going to break that. I'm hoping the tap T is good and that the leak was just, you know, a bad solder joint or something that went. So I just need to knock a couple of pieces out of here. So I want actually L copper, which is a good thing. But I need to get in here and get this all knocked out. I'm hoping that that sanitary tee is not cracked on the backside. So the way that I usually get these is I cut this off right here, get that off, and then I take a couple notches out of that. I'll show you. You can see where the leak was. Right there. That's a good thing. That's letting me know that this sanitary tee is still in good shape. So now the trick is to get this midland bushing out. What's called a midland bushing down here in Florida anyways. The trick is to get that out without destroying the sand tee. So what I do is I cut a, let me get a couple of things to kneel on here. Yeah. Okay, so what I always try to do is go on the top side of this. You can see that there's a lot of buildup in there. That piece just popped out. All you need is a little bit to come out, and then you take your channel locks and that little piece that you left out, you squeeze it. And it comes right out, man, without a fucking big ass pipe wrench and without the threat of breaking the tee. I usually take a little bit bigger piece, and that would have just come out in my hand, but I'm able to spin this out now by hand, and that's how you do it, guys. The reason that rotted out is because you end up with this buildup on the bottom of the pipe, which means the copper is always going to be holding water over time, and that's where it leaks. That water shouldn't be sitting in that pipe, and this is just what happens in old systems, and I can hardly get my finger in that hole. There's so much buildup. Alright, so that's open. Got an 1.5-inch male adapter. I'm Tefloning it. Teflon tape and pipe dope, just in case those 2 cuts that I put in there got into those threads a little bit, but it's not going to be an issue. I've done this a million times, and this is how we do it. Boom. All right, so we got a tap T, 1.5 inches. Screw that baby in there. Don't go crazy, man. I'm telling you. Don't fucking push your luck. Yeah, that's tight, man. I'm gonna go a little bit more, but that's good enough for me. Let me go. So the telltale sign. Oh, I still have more cement to get out right there. So the plan is for me to just match that size of the copper that went into that cabinet. Okay. Gotta go get a few more tools and bring some back. Alright, so I need to cut these. Cut this here. These are great cutters, guys. They cut up to 2-inch PVC. Really nice. Alright, I gotta bust a little bit off of the top of that. Yeah. PVC is bigger than copper, so you know you want to give yourself plenty of room. So I'm gonna take this measurement. I got my real man fucking tape measure. Only a real man would fucking use one of these handy andies. 28 3/8. So I pulled my measurement with this thing tight to one side so that I have enough room to push it back the other way and get in this other fitting, hopefully. Fucking camera's looking like a construction GoPro. Alright, let's see. We'll prime this up. We're gonna glue it up. And we're gonna try to get the goddamn thing together, man. Oh, I gotta take a little bit off. 2 fixed positions, man. Wow. That would have hurt if it got me in the eyeball. So I just need to go inside. I just need to go inside and make this final connection in this under the sink. See what we got. It's hot, man.
I I got you a burger, by the way.
You did?
Yep.
Wow. Well, I can't eat it right now, but I'll eat it. I'll eat it cold.
Yeah, whenever you have time.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. What'd you DoorDash it?
Yeah.
Nice. I tried that shit one time, the first time. Half of my order was missing. So that's the end of that. Alright, so let's see, I got
Bentley.
yeah. Oh, put this guy on here. Trying to do is I'm going to try to make this a glue connection. If not, I'll just put a fern coat on it and that'll be good enough. Yeah, I have to clean it out. That's a good way to get in it. Yeah, I'm gonna get I'm just gonna glue it. Go get a couple of couplings. Now I got a bunch of dead, you know, I'm gonna have to edit it. All right, so this sink's full of water. Go ahead and dump it. And if you can, keep an eye inside the cabinet and look for leaks. Brand new waste arm. That sanitary tea, the tap tea, cast iron is not bad. That's great. It's draining. He's got a single bowl sink. Very big. Can you turn that disposal on? You can hear that. Disposal picks up that velocity a lot. It's got a little mowing in there. All set?
Yeah, all out.
All right. No leaks, my friend. You're all set. He's got an issue with the washing machine. I gotta go check it. He's only, what'd you say? You're only getting hot water? All right, let me straighten up out here and I'll be right back in. Where is it, in the garage?
Yeah, right here.
You want to pop that door? All right, guys, so that's it. Nice little clean cut. They're all set. Those two little holes I drilled in the bottom was what diagnosed that. Good trick. Smell the water. It smells like sewage. It's a drain line problem. If it's clean, you got a leak on the water side. Alright, that's gonna do it for this video. Sorry about that long delay. Look at that sidewalk over there. Fucking tree tipped over. Plucked the sidewalk right up. Alright guys, I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you on the next one. Alright guys, so I'm done on this job. Been here for, I got here at 9:45. It's 1:15. This guy was fucking killing me. Every time I finish something, he'd say, I got one more thing for you to look at. So the first thing was, after I finished the waste arm on the kitchen, he said his washing machine wasn't working correctly. So I went and checked it. They had the hot and cold flip-flopped. So I fixed that for him. Then he says, oh, I got one more thing that I need you to look at. He says the lavatories in the master bath are not working. They're not draining. So I went in there. I tried to, here, hang on, he's coming. Oh, he's got a fucking hamburger for me. Fucking $600 and a cold hamburger. That's a fucking deal, my man. Anyways, so he ordered me a hamburger, had it delivered to the fucking house. He's a cool kid. I used to work with his father. His father was a supervisor, building houses for a company I worked for. And unfortunately, I guess 3 or 4 years ago, his dad passed away. Just from a lot of, not cancer or anything, but just being unhealthy, heart problems and shit. So, but anyways, the next thing was the lavatory. So I go in there, I'm thinking, you know, the kid's got long hair. I'm like, yeah, he's you know, shaving and shit every day. I'm figuring I just need to clean out these pop-ups. I pull the pop-ups out there clean. The traps at schedule 40 under the sink. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna run my Super V right through the fucking drain in the sink. Put a bucket under the trap in case it blows out, and try to get that thing to drop down in the stack. And it couldn't. There was double lavs, you know, across in the wall. So the fucking cable went straight across and didn't get stuck, but you could hear it in the other trap on the other sink. So I needed to go up on the roof, and normally I bring my big cable, and I'm just fucking beat. I'm tired, you know. I didn't want to lug all that shit up there. So I took my Super V that has 30 feet of cable in it, with the big cable, the 3/8 with the bigger head on it, and I went up on the fucking roof and dropped that damn Super V cable down the stack, man, and cleared that line. And I told him, don't ask me to fucking do anything else. I'm out of here. Anyways, I got all his stuff taken care of. He's a happy man. And I got a cold fucking hamburger to boot. But that was a good job. You know, you never know what you're gonna get into. A lot of jobs like that, you find out what's going on, and then you have to reschedule it. You know, they'll say, oh, I can't do it until whenever. But luckily I was able to jump right on it today. It's a good day to do that, and made some good money, and I'm done. Soaking wet. I have crotch rot from wearing wet underwear, and other than that, everything's wonderful. Another day in paradise. So I'm all good, man. All good.